So welcome everyone. It's so nice to see you and welcome you for this April 25th SOLA Community Call. I am Nicole Dement, the Executive Director for SOLA, and SOLA stands for Support of Old Lady Artists. It was ideated in 2016 by Jenny Ruffner, who will join us eventually in the call. And also I get to work with Jenny and Marge Levy. Hi, Marge. We are the leadership team, and we are working hard to do things like this and find 4 women in a peer review process through Artist Trust to give them $5,000 each. And we want to recognize and support women artists in Washington that have paid their dues. And so many have, and yet there's this lack of recognition. So we are here to try and find ways to help you to be better recognized and understand all of the ways in which you can do that. Today, our community call is focused on networking. And as most of you know and probably already prepared for, it is networking through an artwork that you created 10 or more years ago. Let's have a show of hands. How many people are showing a work that is around between 10 and 15 years old? Okay, thank you. How about who is showing a work between 15 and 20 years old?
If I do what I was gonna do, we'll
Yes,
ship
I guess
them.
it could be, yeah.
You got a couple different options. How about anyone who's showing between 20 and 30 years ago? Susan,
Yeah,
Patricia,
1983,
Kelly,
I guess 1983 is
KK.
30. Yeah.
Who is showing work more than 30 years old? Marge, Mary, Linda, Rosette. You guys are amazing.
How about 40 years ago?
That's more than
Let's
30.
go for the really gray hair. I thought we better dig down deep.
More than 30 is in, 40 is in there. All right. So that's fantastic. I am excited for you to introduce yourselves. This is an opportunity to try things out. This is, of course, the opportunity to sort of find that thread and your voice and who are you as this artist that's been creating work for so long, and how is it that that work that you maybe went too easily, or maybe you had to dig down and figure out which one, maybe you're still figuring out which one. And how is that a part of your story? And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But first, I want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish people, past and present, and honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. And I'm going to share my screen here. And just, we do the land acknowledgements, but I think it's also important to recognize that, how can we really learn about the peoples that were on this land before we came? And there's a wonderful, of course, we're going to do that through art, aren't we? There's a wonderful show at the Bainbridge Island Museum of Art right now, and it runs through June 4th, the Indigenous Strength and Wellness. And on the left-hand side here, you can see a little bit about the exhibition, and the more of it can be found on their website. But Gail Tremblay is one of the curators, and Gail is also one of the 2022 SOLA awardees, and has, I think there's about 5 pieces of her work in the show. So I highly encourage you to check this out and understand more about the Indigenous people and their work, as well as the social, economic, and racial inequities, as well as the positive identities that they have. So today we are here for our Artists Online Networking event. I've talked a little bit about that, and I did post this image on the Eventbrite page. I don't know if you were able to see this, but this image is part of our new publication. This is our announcement of it. It's called Famous Female Artist Planning for Success. And this highlights, and there is a link down here, but basically if you go to solaseattle.org, resources and professional support, you will find links to the book. It highlights every single SOLA awardee that we have announced and supported since 2017. They each get their own page. It highlights their image, so it's filled with their images as well as some of their comments and some of their inspirations and advice. And this is Lisa Snowlady on the left and Carol Guthrow on the right. And these are actual pages from the book. So Mary Koss on the left, and or is it on the left for you, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if things are backwards. So, and then Malvina Chan is on the right. And this is not comprehensive of all of the artists, but I did want to give you an example of some of them. Joan Stewart Ross on the left and Tip Toland on the right. And there's lots of great other things, such as worksheets that support someone as they are looking at their own careers. This is basically for mature women, although men can use it too, or non-binary, anyone can use this, but it's really supporting how you are going through your work and understanding where you've been, what your story is, who can help you in your path to move forward with your career at the later stages of it. What is most important? I love this action priority matrix over on the left. It's a great way to visualize what tasks take priority. You can put your thankless tasks in there and then the quick wins. We all need to separate out which ones are which, right? And then, you know, it really just helps us to understand more about who we are as artists as we age and how we can do the work of archiving. And it also has these fun little interim pages that just help us to brainstorm and think bigger and know that life is too short to wait. We have partnered and working with the Joan Mitchell Foundation. They created the career documentation for the visual artist. They have done this a couple times. And this is straight from their website, a screen grab from their website. They have a downloadable book. They have an audio book of their documentation for the visual artist planning guide and workbook. And they also have it for sale for $13 at Lulu Bookstore. Ours at that link that I showed you before is a downloadable PDF for free. And we also have a very nice copy that I have mine here. You can see I've already marked it up. It's got a little spiral bind. And then this, I haven't marked this one up at all. There's my Joan Mitchell Foundation one. But these are complementing each other. And this community call is sort of the first digging into how we are helping you go through this process, because it's hard enough already. And we wanted to give you more guides, more resources, and more support as you look at what it is that you've done and who you are. So this is just a quick little, if anybody's having trouble, these are the steps that I shared before, but it sounds like everybody's okay now. All right. So this is our next community call, and we are digging into that workbook. So it is a interactive workshop that we're going to be doing online on May the 16th. We're moving our calls to be a little bit later because, well, the sun is up a little bit later and I wanted more time in the sun. So we're moving them to 6:30 to 7:30 and May 16th. And that is up on Eventbrite now. So I hope that you will join us for that. And also, just diving into a little bit more of archiving the legacy for all of 2023 for SOLA. And these are on the left, some examples of some of the topics that we're going to be working on. We have guest presentations coming up. I know the guest presentation at the bottom is archivist and end of art career doula. You need to come to that. You need to come to that. I am like, my mouth waters when I think about this woman talking to you. And Marge Levy is a good friend of this person, and they're going to have a chat about how she is helping an artist at the end of career, and she's helped other artists. I'm just so excited about that. So please, please join us. And of course, I want you all to come to the SOLA Award celebration on June 28th. We're going to have more information about that as it gets closer. It is going to be in the Seattle area. That's all I can tell you. And I can't even tell you who's going to be awarded because I don't know. Artist Trust is going through the panel process. I can hardly wait to find out, but they are choosing the 4 SOLA awardees right now. So good luck to everyone that has applied. All right, I'm going to stop my share. And we have no more participants waiting, so that's good. Are there any questions or anything before we start? Great. So I'm going to
Well, I will say one thing. I'm going to say thank you to everybody behind the scenes. This archiving thing is absolute nightmare. And
yeah, you're welcome.
Because it's time to get started on it. And the more I get through it, the easier I feel, better I feel. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Rosette. Okay, so what I'm going to do is create a breakout room. Let's see. There's going to be 2 to 3 participants per room because there's an uneven number of people. Is it going to put me in one? Hang on, let me check something real quick. Yeah. Let's see. Let's just do, yeah, I think I can do 6 breakout rooms and have 3 participants per room each. The rules are strict rules here. 3 minutes. So get in there, do the share screen or pull over your piece in front of your camera, whatever you're planning to do today. And then I'll give you about 10 minutes total. So each of you has about 3 minutes so everyone can share at the same time. Although what I meant to say was everyone can share screen at the same time. So you need to spend the first minute picking 1, 2, 3. Who's going to go first, who's going to go second, who's going to go third. And at the end of your share, you have to stop your share so the next person can share their screen because it'll overlap. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Do we time our own, or are you going to click a button?
We should time.
You should time your own.
So 1 minute.
Start as soon as you can, but pick 1, 2, 3, whoever's going first, second, third, and then give whoever goes first, share your screen, give yourself 3 minutes, time yourself, and then stop share. The next person can go share screen, do the dance, stop share, third person, share screen.
Yeah, and we could do raise hand for when we're listening. If it goes over, so the person realizes, oopsie, I've gone over, and they quit, because it does, it's important to give each other the gift of time to hear each other.
I think Marge has a hint.
Yes,
that's a good idea.
Setting the cell phone, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So
a good plan. Thank you. That's good. That'll work. That'll work.
perfect. All right. So you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Do you see something on your screen, Kathleen, that says join a room?
I do. So I did
Click
that.
on join and it'll take you right over there. Welcome back. You did it. 3 times is a charm, right? Well, it is 6:31 and I want to respect your time, but I am open to hearing any shares. Would anyone just like to share?
Well, I just would have liked to have seen everybody's.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
do
wonder
this
what,
again.
especially, I mean, this group isn't that big. It'd be interesting to see if you took 30 minutes and went through everybody all together. And as it turned out, Ellen and I were in the same group all 3 times. So we've
Oh.
bonded now.
They used to have this thing at SAM where people would send in slides. It was unjuried or curated, and people would just send in slides. Everybody go down there in the auditorium and watch them flip through them all. That's one way to go for it. And if people want to say something when their image is up, you time them. 1 minute. Okay.
Did you record it, Nicole? It said it was recording. Did you record all the breakouts?
No, we can't. The Zoom doesn't have the option to record the breakout
Oh,
rooms.
because that would have been a
It's-
good way to
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
share it.
unfortunately. Then I could watch each of them, but
Could we
Nicole?
post them? Could we post them somewhere?
Yeah,
They weren't
Nicole, is there a
recorded.
way that we
So
could
is-
share everybody's website or a social media where we could browse through everybody's artwork and learn?
Yeah,
Yes,
why
that's
don't
what I'd like to know.
why don't you put your website or wherever social media in the chat,
Okay.
and then we will sign out for the evening because there's still sunshine where I am. I hope it is where you are too.
We can't keep
that-
the chat though, right? We'd have to do a screenshot of the chat to get everybody.
I will send the chat, but you can also do a screenshot of it. I will also save it and send it in an email that is following up with all of the links and all of the things that I shared, as well as the video recording of the
What do
first
we do
and
if
this
we're not on Facebook?
your website is fine. Whatever, you don't have to put them all. Whatever
I don't have Facebook, so.
You don't
yeah.
have to put Facebook. Yeah.
But some
lucky
other
you.
people do, and I want to see their work.
Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
So I'm pretty
Yeah.
much only on Facebook. I don't have a website. So if you want to friend me, you can find me on Facebook, KK Cribs.
How can we save the chat?
I'm not sure how you individually save it, but I will save the chat and make sure to send it to everyone afterwards.
That'd be great. Thank you
Yeah,
so
that
much.
would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I took
Nicole.
screenshots,
Thank
but that's
you.
not gonna. Yeah.
There's buttons, you know.
Bye, Susan. Thank you, Nicole. It was fun.
Thank you,
Thank you,
all.
Nicole.
Thank you, Mark.
Yes.
Please
How-
thank
oh,
Ginny too. Thank Ginny and
Yes.
thank everybody else behind the scenes.
Thank you.
Exactly. Very good.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Good
please.
night.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.